Hi, my name is AKILAH Newton, and I'm the founder of Big Dreamers, a company that celebrates diversity and ethnicity through literature, games, and toys.
Today, I have the privilege of introducing you to the extraordinary AKILAH Newton. As a publisher, AKILAH celebrates diversity and inclusivity through literature, art, and creative activities. Her dedication to amplifying voices across various ethnicities and gender orientations is truly inspiring. Not only is she a master of her craft, but her products are also essential in today's world. I had the honor of sitting down with AKILAH for episode 16 of the Heritage and Hustle Project, and let me tell you, her passion and expertise are unmatched. Get ready to be inspired as we delve into her remarkable journey.
Why did I start Big Dreamers? I started Big Dreamers in 2018 because I noticed that there was a lack of literature about Canadian Black history. There's a lot of literature for young kids about, heavy hitters in the States like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, the Civil Rights Movement, but we have our own heroes here in Canada like Viola Desmond, Jean Augustine, Stanley G. Grizzle, Willie O'Ree, and I wanted young kids to have these resources so they can learn about people who basically changed laws here in Canada so we have, a more equitable society. And I just decided that I want to write children's books that are celebrating Black Canadians. My first book came out in 2018 and it's called Big Dreamers, a Canadian Activity History Book for Kids, Volume 1. And our community embraced it because we never had anything like this where we were learning about people in our community. We're learning about people in Montreal like Yolande James. We're learning about Oscar Peterson. We're learning about Nancy Oliver Mackenzie. And this is not something that was easily accessible and readily available before. So honestly, the community embraced it because it had such a profound impact that young kids and adults were now learning about people who grew up in Little Burgundy, which is a historic Black community here in Montreal. If I could create a character based off of someone in my book, I would actually share this story, Noel, because this is the character that I created a few years ago. And it's a story about a young Black boy who dreams of being Santa Claus. His classmates laugh at him and tell him Santa can't be Black. His mom obviously encourages him and tells him to keep his chin up and pick his chin up and knows that he can go on and do great things. So he forges his own legacy and he ends up being known to the world as Noel. So I love that I created this character that's inspiring young Black boys to continue to chase after their dreams and know that the sky is the limit. So I would continue to create characters about young Black kids so they know that they can achieve anything. What is the best advice that I've ever received? I would have to say that my parents used to always tell me that just because one person says no doesn't mean that the next is going to say no. So ultimately, if you have a dream, just always continue to chase after it because one dream may not be aligned with someone else's vision, but it's going to be aligned with someone, another person's vision. So, a no does not mean that you need to stop what you're doing. To me, a no means, okay, it doesn't work for you, but it's going to work for these 20 other people. What's a fun fact about being an entrepreneur? There's, the obvious stuff of, you're working for yourself, so you make your own hours, but obviously making your own hours means you're not actually working the traditional 9 to 5. You're working sometimes 12, 14, 16-hour days. But I find that the most fun fact is that I'm really tapping into my creativity. I grew a company based off of creativity, writing children's books, writing rhyming children's books as well. And it's also, you don't have someone that you're answering to. So if there's a problem, you need to come up with a solution yourself. So coming up with those fun, creative solutions to continue to grow your business is a fun fact for me of being an entrepreneur. What's next for AKILAH and Big Dreamers? I'm working on new books and new products. I actually am currently working on Big Dreamers Volume 3, and this is the first time that I'm writing a book that's not specific to Canadian Black history, and it's actually a celebration of Black women, and it's an international book. So I'm really excited about that. That's coming out in the next few months. I'm also working on a plush doll based off the character in the book Noelle that I showed you guys earlier. And I have a lot of other fun products that are coming up. And I have other surprises in store that I can't talk about yet, but it has to do with video production. Where can you find me? You could visit my website, which is bigdreamers.ca, and then on social media, you can either find me at bigdreamersca or AKILAH Newton, ANP.
Concluding our time with the remarkable AKILAH Newton, let's celebrate her steadfast dedication to celebrating diversity and inclusion. Her unyielding commitment to amplifying voices and fostering a sense of belonging is truly remarkable. Sitting down with AKILAH has been an absolute privilege, and witnessing her journey has left us deeply inspired. As Lupita Nyong'o once said, "No matter where you're from, your dreams are valid," and AKILAH embodies the sentiment wholeheartedly. So here's to dreaming big and paving the way for a brighter, more inclusive future. Thank you, AKILAH, for showing us the power of possibility. Keep shining.